I'm here. I don't think anybody else is. I didn't tell anybody I was going to be here, so let's see. Nobody's watching yet. So, um, but I thought I might answer a couple questions if anybody has them. I have some notes I could pull up and see what comments I've made lately. Like one of them is Forrest says, "How deep is a hole?" um, where warm waters halt. How deep is a hot spring? Think about it. You know. um, Let me see. I'm still trying to get my other computer going with the so I can see the text, and it's going to be right behind my screen, right behind my phone and camera are sitting in front of my computer that's behind there, and it's covering the side where the text is going to be. Yeah, it's just me on there. So we'll tell people in my group on Facebook. Okay. Paste. Here we go. Now I'm going to have to move my. There's something to drink. There's something to drink here. One person wants to join the group. I wonder who that is. So, who wants to join the group? It's not this group on YouTube. Oh, I got one viewer. That's me. Because I'm broadcasting over my phone and watching with the computer. Okay. So that was something else. It's my other group. So, yeah, think about that, about the how deep is the hole? He says, he asked me how deep is the hole. Well, where warm waters halt, and how deep is the hottest hot spring, or how deep is the deepest hot spring? That might get you to where warm waters halt. How deep it halts at there. Doesn't really halt there though. It's just not been measured that deep other than that. And gosh, get my computer where it belongs. Yeah, and I posted a thing, force fin fly fishing. I think I can turn the camera around and get that even. I don't know. Will it? Boom. Boom. There he is, fly fishing. Okay. That's force fin fly fishing. It's not a rock. And people can't see it when so I erase everything that's around it. And what you got right here, that's a fish. It's here's a big tree, so it's in the wood. And it's a fish, and that was a fake treasure. That was a decoy. So I'd show you that. Yeah, that's what I'm up to. And you see, I got my calendar back here. Oh, we can't. We gotta go over here. That I made from the. See, the gypsies are here with their arms going up and stuff. And then there's the couple here, and he's holding his princess in his fingers tips there, and you can see her legs here and going up. And this is her head right above my finger, and she's got a headdress on, an Indian headdress, except each of those feathers are another person in it. Now, see, I've got my finger right in his nose. There's his eyes. He's looking up. You know, here's the gypsies up here. You can see her face is up there, back there, but here's her arm coming up and going over, and she's doing the elephant dance. But yeah, that's my custom calendar I had made. And I think it didn't even let me zoom there with my fingers. Wow. So, and just in case you want to know, I got this loaded just in case we get any trolls and we need to reinstigate the piece. So, I've got one viewer, me. Nobody watching. Nobody watching. Yep. So, maybe I can get my camera moved over before anybody starts watching. But, try and move it over. I had to clean the table to get it to stay put. That's going to be in my way too. Get it over here. There. Yeah, I can see around it and see what's over there. Yeah, so I'll show you some more of the calendar. February, January was the main Mammoth temples, and this is some of the artwork. The couple here with the avatar face, and this thing has a bunch of art on it too. It's hard to see, but it is there. And trying to get one page at a time flip here. I had this made Vistaprint. Here's one of the igloo-like structures here. And there's a couple more up here. You see the Omega, the arches and stuff. And see the Omega arch is a common tomb formation at this site. These are a couple mammoths. You can see the trunk here. Whatever. It's kind of hard to see on this small screen. Over YouTube. These pages are thick. These are some elephants going that way. You can see the elephant trunk here is curled up, and he's got two dinosaurs here hanging from his trunk. Yeah, that's what that is. So we got here just a bunch of some of the temples. There's this guy in a throne, and these are the mammoth. You can see the elephant. These are elephants, basically mammoths, and these are more of the tombs, temples. And the guy up here, big guy up here, and there's a bunch of people walking across his arm, going to the underworld. There's the eagle. See his beak here, more yellow beak, and he's up in the forest. I call it the eagle's nest. This is a elephant. It's a mammoth. This is the trunk coming down here. This is his ear right here. I got my finger in his ear. Yeah, and the anatomy came out perfect. When you put that through the art program, it smooths it out, and you can see a mammoth there. There's a guy here. This is his head, and this is his arm coming around, wrapped around. He's hugging the mammoth, and there's the mammoth eye right there. You know. So, this is some of the top of the temple. There's a guy. This is his head. He's laying down here. You can see his arm, shoulder here comes down, arm, his arm's up over on his chest. And he's laying here. Here's his legs and going out that way. So he's laying in there. But there's an elephant here in the corner. But look at this devilish looking guy here. Yeah. There's a lot of... And up here there's people leaning out a... Guy figure leaning out a window. There's another window cut out up there. It's pretty interesting stuff. This is the temple up on the top with the... And here's the guy in the throne over here. There's all kinds of figures in there. Really, there are. Very, very eroded. Look at the bottom of the Sphinx, you know. There's nothing. It doesn't look anything like a Sphinx. The stuff that was underground, they had to restore it to make it look like something again. But these are... You can see this is this guy's head here. You see his arm coming down, and here's his knee cap here. So there's his head, his arm, his knees down here. You know, this guy's like 400. Look at these. These are full-size trees down here. The guy's huge. There's another, you know, giant head there, giant head. These are the kings all lined up there. It's like freaking Egypt. Still got nobody watching. Wow. The Clovis Bridge. So, there's my calendar. You can, well, I can order them. Probably have them shipped wherever I want them to. But yeah, you know, you can have a look at the gypsies there. You can even see more in this light and all that. You know, it's like it adds the out of focus enough that you see through the erosion a little better, maybe. But yeah, it looks decent there. 4 people watching. 4 now. Hey, how's it going, Jason? Now, why is it not showing up on my computer? It's not showing any text. Why is that? That's weird. Huh. Participate, manage, moderate, party, toggle. Huh. It says you're participating. Oh, I got something in my eye. Yeah. Yeah, we got snow yesterday, and so it snows here. It snowed even more there. Yeah. Hey, David. Now, is that my cousin? Is that my cousin, David? In PA? I do have a cousin with that name. But, otherwise, yeah, what else? I grab one of the books and tell you what I knew. Like once upon a while, how's that? For one, that's a map. This is a map. Looking for, you know, I think I found that, but it's a fishing line coming down. Identifying what that star is. Is it a rock? Is it a tree? Is it a car? Is it a light pole? We don't know. But, yeah, I talked about a little bit ago about the, where was I at? I was playing with the pipe too much a little earlier. Yeah. Yeah, how deep is a hole? How deep is a hot spring? Mm-hmm. Okay, where warm waters halt might be the deepest one. It halts down there. So, yeah, this is my lovely peace pipe. I'd like to fill it up and go smoke it with Forrest sometime. Yeah, I add these red feathers. They come from my African gray parrot. Um, I got this one black feather here. I just found that while I was camping this summer. That's a nice, I think it's a raven, but it's a pretty black feather. That's what I told the forest ranger. I said that's a raven. Yeah, well, because it's against the law to have eagle feathers. So that's a raven. So I am pretty sure it's a raven, but it's a nice feather. Eventually, if I can find enough of them, I'll throw away. Get rid of these. These are fake eagle feathers. They're actually turkey feathers that they color the tip. They're from white turkeys. So, yeah, probably did meet at Fembury. I was there. Yeah, so, yeah, don't have a lot of fans that go to Fembury. That Desert File guy, he keeps giving me a bunch of crap. They always your imagination, you're nuts, that you're not seeing art in nature. And I do find quite a bit of it. I can, come on, mouse. Trying to get this over on the computer here. I'll show you some of you that aren't on the Facebook group. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. And that's, yeah, let's go and I'll show you Anubis. Okay, I found Anubis. That's Anubis, the dog-headed god, the Egyptian god of the dead. And in his scepter that he's holding, well, you can see there are people running to him, climbing on him, trying to go to the afterworld. He's welcoming him. He takes him to heaven, basically. And his scepter, inside his scepter is a vortex. And there's a crowd of people walking up into the vortex, and there's people drifting and floating off into the vortex. And around the outside of the vortex, there's a row of people standing around, like, they're in heaven or something. I don't know what you can only guess at that, what they're trying to portray. So, okay, back. So, yeah, and then, so, that Anubis is right there at the end of the rainbow and everything, right in the fen zone. And so Enki is there also. But many of you probably haven't seen the blaze. There are several blazes, but this is the main blaze. This is the blaze. You can see, and I can see it. Some people are blind, but I'm not blind. I can see that it clearly says F, or is F, E, N, N. And this is a fish. Here's the fish. There's the fish eye. Here's the fish. And here's the fish tail. And these are two hooks right in front of the fish. And that's 200 feet up the side of the canyon wall. And so when you're looking down, you're looking at the bottom of the canyon wall, basically. There in the bottom of the canyon. And I can't see the questions right now. I got a little bit of drone footage from there. I flew my drone. It wasn't behaving. The forest. They do something with the radios and jams the signals. I don't know. So there is the blaze, and but actually you see those two ends they're actually like omegas, but can you see the elephants in them? There's other, I don't know. There's some other words that are on the side of the canyon wall there. I can't make out what they say, but so that's a blaze. That's one. There are many, like wood is actual wood. It's the word wood. You're gonna find them all looking for it. But the key thing is to find the art that's in the drawings. Those are actually in nature. And then when you see his name up there with the fish and two fish hooks, and that's pretty much the blaze. And the yellow color that you'd seen there, that yellow color is because I put it on the camera and I've zoomed into the picture and I told the in the photo program, I told it to turn the saturation up, and that brings out other light colors and stuff that you don't see normally. And so it's almost like he did it with his invisible ink from Dick Tracy, you know? Yeah, Fembury, I don't know. I haven't. There's some pictures on the internet and stuff on Dale's site. I think there's some pictures, and I didn't see Toby and Shelley there the day I was there. I was only there one day because I was working at a campground and couldn't get the whole weekend off. Could only get one day of it. So, let's see, what else can we show you? I go back to my pictures, and so I can show you that, and that is basically what's on the canyon wall. Is that, it's his name with the fish and the fish hooks. This is a easy illustration for people that have trouble seeing abstract art. Oh, what do we got? Oh, yeah. And the old knackhead there, that's his ball of string. And even Doug Preston, he mentions the old knackhead in his book, The Codex. So, let's see here. Is anybody saying anything? Nope. Oh, what I focus on there. Wow, that's just... You know what that is? That's my phone. It's like doing it's zoomed into itself. I'm like looking through multiple layers It's like some kind of quantum thing. I'm not doing it. The phone is just doing that itself. It keeps zooming into the picture. That was weird. Yeah, I had the camera. No, that's not way off. No, because you don't find all of his stuff by chance. You know, you don't. It doesn't work out that way. Oh, I'm trying to get back over here. Oh, my mouse just. It's like you move it and it. You know, you got to beat up on the thing. Yeah, I got a picture of them. Is Moses? Is Moses that he has in the book? I got it right there. There's Moses. Same Moses that's in the book. Okay? He's parting the Rocky Mountains. Where warm waters halt. Moses halting the waters of the Rocky Mountains. There he is. Moses. Come on, mouse. So, yeah, that's where the Moses is. And as we go down. Even his driftwood that he has. The driftwood. This is his driftwood thing, and this guy over here, this is the lumberjack. See the knee up and the foot up on the stump, basically, and he's looking up, and where he's looking up, oh dang it, where he's looking up, there's a another rock formation with a bird and a crescent right there, and he's looking up at the thing that says fin with the fish and the fish hook, even. You know, quit asking me about the rock formations. Why I'm looking at them? You calling me way off base? I think you're way off base. I think you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You know. So. Yeah, I'm not gonna entertain those that don't believe. You know, you don't believe, go watch somebody else's video. Go follow Dale. He's been wrong steadily for 7 years. The guy in the mask. Okay, so let's switch back. Come on, camera. There. You know what? When somebody insults me, there's no mercy on them. You know, you want to insult my solve, you're going to get insulted back. Yeah, I'm not going to put up with little trolls. Yeah, there's some things I found one that had Indiana Jones on it with the sword up in front of his face, and yeah, that was like that, and it was right below the father lecturing the kid. That's why I was trying to find that picture. Dang, oh, I hate the mouse. Easier if I did this way. So yeah, there's a whole lot that people haven't seen. In here. And the ones asking me about the rock formations, I mean, if you didn't see the Anubis thing and stuff like that, and don't realize that that is the Anubis here is twice as old as the one in Egypt. You don't realize how big an archaeological discovery that is, how major that is. That is like winning 10 Super Bowls in a row. And you're just a blind, stupid idiot if you don't realize that. Really, I mean, it's a major historical thing. That puts the whole timeline of the birthplace of civilization not in the Middle East. That puts it in the Rocky Mountains. Yep. Yeah. I don't know if it was. It might have been. It's not a Jesus. I think you're talking about. You might be talking about the Enki formation. I found him too. Let's see. Oh, dang computers! I don't know where I got stuff here. Where is it? There it is. Okay, switch around. Go. Did we switch? Nope. There. Nope. We did. We were twice. There. Okay. Yeah. This one. This is that's not Jesus. This is Enki. This is Enki or what's his name? Darius, Persia, and all that, or Enki, or whatever. But this one here in Colorado. This guy here is much older. Look, there's a woman's face right there, right behind him too. But you see the three nuns in front of him. Is this the one? Maybe that's not. There's other people. But yeah, he's a big Enki, and his chair is the same. His arm drapes down the same. You see his thing here. But hey, I'm chasing Enki. Enki has the treasure. Enki and Anubis. He took it with him. Anubis is hiding it with the dead. And where's Anubis? I put him up here. We'll pull Anubis up again. Oh, I didn't put Anubis in there? Oh, wow. Well, I know where Anubis is. Oh, there's Anubis. There's Anubis. This was reversed. He's actually facing that way. I did the George Washington thing with it. But that's Anubis in Colorado. This is his vortex. People being whisked off to heaven. He's the god of the dead. These people I see him stepping up, and they're walking. They're heading for they're racing to go to heaven, basically. In a big hurry to die. The book, the Codex, is about an ancient temple with the Olmec head. I found the Olmec head. I found the other stuff. don't question. You, I just blow away anybody's thought that I'm on the wrong course. You ever have to admit you're wrong? Well, you guys are wrong. I'm right. What do you think? 40,000 people looking in Yellowstone, and not one of them found anything. Because you're all looking in the wrong places. So that's Anubis. That's, it's plain and clear. Okay, you go back to switch back, and I'll find something else put on the screen. I didn't do that. I did that. Oh. Okay. So I'm not seeing a comment. Where's my mouse? Come on, mouse. Use my finger. I'm not being mean. When you're telling me it's just rocks and I'm wrong, and you got now you guys are you're not looking at you're shitting on my solve. So if you're gonna shit on my solve, I'm gonna shit on yours. I don't have problem throwing the shit back. Too bad. I just you're not even giving me a chance to. I got some other I got other things here that you haven't seen. You haven't seen all of the stuff. You're seeing one pitch and you're making a judgment on one pitcher, but you're forgetting about the other 30 of them. Oh. Okay, I'll find it this way. Where's my fan folder? Fan. And if I try to organize things, I forget where I put them to organize them. So, dang it. Okay, gotta be in the other one. I can never find stuff when I need to find it. And I kind of got trying to separate things from Forrest Fenn stuff, and the rest of the mammoth temples and stuff. And if anybody thinks that Forrest Fenn doesn't give a crap about Clovis temples and Clovis tombs, you're pretty much an idiot. That stuff is 10 times older than the Native American stuff that you guys are all chasing. The rabbit's part of Harvey. He got the bracelet. It belonged to Fred Harvey. And Harvey's the invisible rabbit. The imagination's more important than knowledge. And you seeing shapes in clouds. When you're on the ground and you're looking up, you're seeing shapes in clouds and the rabbit in the cloud, and there's the guy in the airplane. He's looking down. He's seeing shapes on the ground. And this is an area. It's kind of like Nazca. And he was flying around looking underneath rock cliffs, looking for where Indians may have put shelters and stuff, and sit there and make arrowheads and stuff. You gotta, if you're looking for archaeology, you go to places that would provide shelter for these people. And so, he was flying around looking for that stuff. Well, when you're flying by and you see this giant head that's 150 feet tall, when the guy's smiling and waving at you, it's pretty obvious you found something. And he would he wouldn't just fly by and look at it, he'd go over there and look for some arrowheads. Jeez, people aren't very bright. He's into archaeology. And when you find that much art in nature, it's a big deal. And there's all this stuff. It's like Rockwell must have gone on vacation and gotten the idea from the rock to make his drawing in the first place. Because it's right there. Smart person, and I have a really difficult time dealing with people that can't see things that are right in front of their face. Oh, like art. The art is. I wish computers are so crappy nowadays. I'd rather have a wired mouse than a wireless mouse anymore, because they're so unreliable. Now, even here's the kid. That is a perfect match, except this kid right up here. See, there's a little guy here, and he's got his arm coming in here, and he's reaching a hole in that kid's head. Here the kid has his fist in his eye, and here's the other, here's an eye here. This is his head and his hair. I mean, what are people not seeing? There's a bunch of other stuff, figures down here. There's like people climbing on him. And right in front of him was a fake treasure box. Yeah, opposite, don't matter. He's upside down. He'd go inverted. He doesn't care. He's a pilot. He can fly upside down. George Washington was backwards too. There we go. Okay, this is kind of a slideshow, one folder I got here. Now, you see, this guy has this tail thing coming off his hat. And I think that was somewhere, one of these had something looking like that. It was the other picture. But this is the bitties. Look at that. That's, boom, perfect. That's him. Now, how can I have, all these matches? You don't get that many matches by chance all in the same area. Minor image. Some people have failed at math and were no good at art. Okay. This is the eagle. It's the eagle or the bird in the nest. See the alpha, omega, omegas. These are rocks laid out. Alpha, omega, omega. And you find that in this place too. I gotta go look there again. Because you get the drawings that are all these places. Look at this. It looks like the treasure down here underwater. This is treasure underwater. See, it looks like a little scuba diver standing here. It's Skippy, and this is Forrest. This is a brave holding his princess. Now, like, yeah, Mount Rushmore. Boom, boom, here's the mirror thing again. Here's Fan holding the thing. Here's Fan holding the tombstone. Yeah, this was the first one I found, and I thought, wow, this is great. I didn't imagine there were more, but Forrest said something to me that got me thinking. He said, I didn't find that one. Where is that one? And that made me think, that one? You mean there's more of them? So I had to. So then this last end of in the middle of summer, I've got to go look for more of them. So and I found more of them. I read the book again and again, and I picked up more clues that sent me to find more. These are mammoth temples. You can see this. See the omega shape, the bird in the crescent. There's the bird right here, sitting in a crescent. I mean, the stuff. They're a typical thing. It's omega or a crescent, or is that an alpha? I don't know. These are stone, like I call them stone igloos, but it's omega. And there's an arch here with a figure in the arch, and there's other figures, and that I think was it's hard to tell what that was. That was out of town. You can see the faces in here and this stuff. A girl, this is by an RV park, and some girl, 12-year-old girl, fell off of that. Fell from up here all the way down last summer, I think. So I don't know if they're letting anybody go up there. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. These two aliens. This place, I call it Wonderland. You can see why. Why would I call it Wonderland? There's two aliens hiding in the cave. Now, if you were looking for art in nature, this is the most awesome art you'll ever find in nature. Yeah. I can. And this is where I found the other the artwork that I have, the couple that were it's a kind of Clovis art, and it's very hallucinogenic art, and this looked like a horse here, but there was this art I found inside paintings and stuff. See here, there's a figure painted here, and on the rock, the red. So there you go. So yeah, I have ventured into the rabbit hole. As Forrest brings up Alice in Wonderland, because you look at this stuff and you're going, what the heck? See, and it's Alice in Wonderland. Here we have, I'll zoom in. So it's easier to see on here. There are figures in the trees. Here's okay, we'll get down here. There's see the woman here with the dress. And where was Alice? She was down. I don't know. It's hard. My mouse isn't cooperating. But you see, there's a rabbit up here in a tree. There's a couple of figures here. There's a bear up here. But this bear is actually something on the wall behind, on the canyon wall behind it. But these things are set up so that you see the stuff through the tree. Like the rabbit, he's on the rock behind the tree. He looks like he's a Christmas ornament in the tree. So yeah, that's Alice right there. Blue dress. She's blonde Alice in Wonderland. Okay, and these are his jets. Now, you can see the cockpit glass and stuff on here, the nose of the F-100s. It's clear. These are his wrecked planes. And here's his Piper. You know, his smaller planes and stuff. Jack Sparrow. Well, I remember some going to Colorado. I found a rabbit with a brown streak in the rock that looked like he was ball of string. Could be important. It's probably a cat with a ball of string. You see, even up here, this Piper. I'll zoom in with the computer and move it there. See, look at this. Look at the cockpit. Look at the cockpit on this airplane. This is his T6 trainer. Look at the detail. It's not just rocks. These are forest fans. This is the wreckage of his airplanes. See, there's a cockpit here. There's another cockpit here. No, Mike. Shelley's married. I'm not. Don't know if Shelley. What she, I get shined on over there. Yeah. So yeah. Well, we give it a little slideshow. Yeah, I wonder if he has any of them in there, any Caesars. And see, this is his ZPU gun. This is a ZPU gun, like he talks about he was shot down with. And this is the one that you find in nature. It's just the rocks are shaped the same. The oval one down, and the guns are sticking out like here, and the other ones, they took out the target, so that one's broken. So, because his buddy flew back and took out that target. It's the Angel of Shavano. It's not near the solve, but she helps. The Brave in the Wood. Yeah. Well, don't. Gypsy's kiss ain't gonna help you find the treasure, but a leprechaun might fart you a gold nugget. So that's the entrances and exits, Shakespeare. And that's the thing, the place is an exit. This is the other thing, is Indian signs. Right here, go in peace. Go in peace. This is the hands that are in the guy's doing that with the thing with the marbles. He's got his hands like that. He's giving the Indian peace sign. Go in peace. That's what that's about. So, okay. This is how it is, man. Okay. So enough of them. Oh, mossy. Yeah. Um, well, he believes it's in New Mexico. He doesn't want to go by anybody else's solve. I mean, Dale, I told him, hey, put this picture of the thing that says Finn with the fish and the fish hooks. I dare you to share that. And he won't share it. Oh, it's just rocks. Like, yeah, it's the people who are supposed to be the experts are fairly blind and don't have a chance if they don't see what I've. Yeah, they see. Here's his lips, his face. He's looking that way. There's a figure there. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, this is all carved. I don't know. Oh. There it is. Yeah. These guys, man. See him in there? He's rested. See his arm coming back, and this other guy standing here. These look like a couple of Vietnam vets, and he's sitting in a hot tub. The thing ain't nothing like that when you get there. This was I don't know how all the light came out, and this looks like a couple of Vietnam guys, and he's got a doobie in his mouth. See, there's his teeth. He's got a this other guy's holding it. There's another one here laughing, and here's the rabbit hole back here, going down the rabbit hole. It's These are the temples. This is there's a guy up in the throne up here, and this is like a sun disk thing, and there's all kinds of people and figures in there. There's more than one guy on a throne too. Yeah. He's a wolf. It's true. Isn't it? That's funny. So, these aren't the pictures I was looking for. Let's get out of here and find it. Okay. Yeah, and this one here, this is open. What did I do? Dang it! No, don't open that. So yeah, see, here he is with the fishing pole up there. Oh, so his thing from Once Upon a While, and what it is, there he is there. Oh my gosh, there he is right there. The face right there, and the arm coming up and holding the line. The other hand coming over here and holding it, and oh, yeah, there it is. So, when he put the map up, and this is right next to, this is the end of Fen on the rock with the blaze. This is one of the ends right there. And yeah, he's right there at the blaze and showing me, so I follow his fishing line to the treasure. Now look at this. This is see his profile in the rock? Look at his eyebrow even curls up. He's like a Vulcan. We knew he came from outer space. Here he is holding the tombstone there. Eagle. Oh. And there's the Model A cal. He said I said I took a 50 cal to the nose. There's the 50 cal to the nose. This is like the dash. This is what's in front of the windshield on a Model A or Model B, old Ford. Like he had when they lassoed the buffalo. And this was found in the D of wood. So those people that, so what? So what? You found 10 different things that there's 20 different things he has drawn in his books. Oh, come on. What? Well, you got to close that. It's just a bunch of test logos. What'd I do? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I know how he took it with him. Okay. Yeah, we didn't find it there. So, Okay. Oh, let's turn the camera around then. It's getting dark. Sun went down. Gotta turn on the light. Boom. There we go. So, Toby is Jason. He's a rabbit. Bill Harmon is old Ford. Like fishing. You ain't seen my fish. My fish. I used my I didn't catch little trout. I catch striped bass. I got pictures of me with striped bass. I'm not gonna dig that up right now. I'm looking for. I was looking for the dang. There it is. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Open with photo viewer. Right there. Okay, now I'll show you this. Boom. The Rockwell thing. Right there. Here's the father. He's wearing glasses even. Here's the kid sitting here. It's just the same. It's like the other one I have, the kid with the, and it says, so these things repeat. They're all over this area because these are tombs and stuff. And these are common themes. Father teaching the son. This is, it's biblical, basically, because Enki is there, Anubis is there, Moses is there, all the stories of the Bible are there, basically. Boom, boom, boom. The Great Flood. Did they cross the whatever strait down there in the Middle East, or did they cross the whatever between Alaska and Russia? That right there is the Rockwell drawing that's in the book. I got the Biddy's boy. I got the Rockwell thing. I got the gypsies. So, I got too many. That where I believe the treasure is. There's snow up there, and it's snow on rocks. You don't want to go climbing over some rocks or walking along the creek, and there's ice is 2 feet thick, covers the creek and everything within 10, 15 feet of it. If it's next to the creek, it's embedded in frozen solid rock hard ice right now. And there are some areas that I've gone and searched last week, but it snowed yesterday, and it's supposed to snow again tomorrow. So they might get a little more snow up there, and that just makes it harder to search the areas that were on the dry side of the valley, or whatever. Oh yeah, this was something I found there too. She's real. Look at her. That's a girl in a purple dress sitting there, and you see her hands. Oh, crash! How did we get back there? Because I dropped the phone on the. There she is. Okay, so yeah, look at her sitting here. Here's her hand, one of her hands. Here's her other hand. Here's her painting. Here's her hat. This is her hair. Here's her eyelashes. It's her head, her face. And here's her dress and her rear end down here and her legs. And she's just sitting there. And she's got her hands coming up. Here's her shoulder, arm coming down. Her hands coming up. And this is her painting that she's working on. And this is just, I took a picture, take a picture of the rocks. I turn the saturation up, and the colors that have faded from 14,000 years ago come out when you turn the saturation up. You can see this art just comes right out of the rocks, and that's a beautiful, man. I got to get some close-up pictures and some real high quality. And do you think Monet was up there painting on the rocks? This paint, I think that purple can be dated. That or at least some of these other colors in her painting, because those aren't lichens. That's her painting, or somebody made lichens. I don't know, because I haven't actually been. The picture's taken from 100 yards away, so taking over. Toby's doing his own thing, distracting everybody away from the treasure. There's Enki in Persia, Enki in Colorado. Enki in Colorado's 14,000 years old, 13, 14. This is the art thing that I was saying. It was up there by that tree. Look at that. That's a bad that face there. Let me square him off so he's easier. See him? Look, see that face in there, man. It's like Avatar, you know. And there's this couple here in the middle looking at each other, and see if you rotate it, there's another fad and stuff there. And it's just a whole bunch of, and if you eat the mushrooms that grow right next to it, then you'll see a whole lot more. Yeah, it is older than the Sphinx. This is the scepter of Anubis. This is his scepter. And what's in his scepter here is, you can see a vortex here, the vortex circling around here. And here is a row of people all walking down along here, and they're going up some steps here, and they're climbing into the vortex. And there's up here. You can see people drifting off. See, there's people up here drifting off into the vortex. It's, you know, it's just amazing. You see this whole crowd of people along here, and they're walking up these steps and going into the vortex. And Anubis, he's the god of the dead, and what they're doing is they're getting whisked off to heaven. And it seems that it looks like there's either letters around here, or it's a stack of there's other people, like flower petals around it, standing there around it. Maybe they're gods, I don't know. But that is one weird, that's the scepter of Anubis. See this guy looking up? That's Clovis art. Now, yeah, in our gallery, and he's, and look at this. These are hieroglyphs. I've never seen hieroglyphs like this before. You see the people in there too. They're figures. The mushrooms are all in the woods. It's not the season. You want to go in the summer. It rains every day. But this is some wild art. And yeah, those mushrooms had a great deal to do with how this art was created, at least. Rocky Cliffs of Dover. No, I didn't go to Dover. That people don't understand. So, a 14,000-year-old temple site. I was just watching a thing, and they were talking about Göbekli Tepe, 9,000 years old, the oldest temple ruins on the planet, and these are older. It's a big deal. Bigger deal than his treasure. This guy. This is just a guy on the rocks up on the side of the hill. Here's this girl. See, it's a split down the middle. It's just duplicated, but she's colored on this side. It's at least 13,900 years old. 11,900 years ago, the mammoths died off. That's what's in that one rock, see? Yeah, we're back at the beginning there. That's a regular picture of it. Okay. Elephants. I'll show you some elephants. I'll go all the way down here and show you the main ones. Where'd they go? Ooh, somebody moved them. Well, here. These are the gypsies. These are the gypsies that were dancing, and she's got her arm up. I mean, it's the same as what's in the book. Come on, you don't see it? That's plain and clear. See her nose right there? There's her nose and her chin. That's her face right in there. This is her arm coming up and over. This is her elbow. Here's another girl. Here's her face. Here's an eye. Here's an eye. Here's her nose and her smile and her chin. And here's her arm and her hands coming up, and she's clapping her hands up here. This is her front side. There's an Indian in there too. So that's another girl, and her arms up. So, oh, come on, focus. There we go. So yeah, and her arms coming up. So yeah, these are the gypsies in his book. This is what he wants you to find. Yeah. No, I don't steal toilet paper. I buy it at the Dollar Tree. But yeah, see, those are gypsies. There's other figures that are carved down here. The stucco that makes them, as you see, it's all fallen off. It's kind of deteriorated and eroded down below. It's because they're 14,000 years old. And they're about 300 feet, 400 feet tall. That's them there again. And you still don't see the faces, so I'll zoom in more to her face. See, she got a big nose. She's there. This one over here. There's her. See, that's her nose, her eye, her mouth. She's got another face in her face. There's another face on top of her. Wow. That's how these things are, you know. It's like Ezekiel had 4 heads and face on each side. This guy here, see, there's other figures in there. I'm zoomed way in. Yeah. No, I don't. I don't mention them. You know, they ignore this important stuff. They ignore it so much. When the detail is extreme, it's like undeniable that this is Forest Fens Gypsies. Yeah, thanks, Terry. These are Forest Fens Gypsies. And speaking of Terry Scant is simply Terry Scant, the Tari Highway. Go down the Tari Road. Tari. So, yeah, these are the Gypsies. They're right in his. The reason that they haven't been discovered yet is because they didn't have 24 megapixel Nikons until recently. See how big? See, they're way up there. Those are the Gypsies. Yeah. What do you want, Jack? He wants to go outside. Last chance before it gets totally dark. Huh, Jack? What are you doing, buddy? Yeah, he's a good dog. I'm trying to. Dang thing. Bugger. Boy, flip don't work. There it goes. Here, Jack. Oh. That's Jack. Hey, Jack. Well, say hi. He's a good dog. Aren't you, Jack? Aren't you, Jack? Good boy? Oh. Okay. Oh, put you down. He wanted outside. He wants outside. Okay, I'll let you out. He's a smart dog. So, yeah, and then go back to the. These are mammoths. You can see the trunk coming down. See the trunk coming down there, and another trunk here, and another one here. And I'll show you something else. And see, there's those giant mammoths, right? And we zoom in. Zoom in. Okay, so we're zooming in. We're zooming into this mammoth head here. This is a mammoth head. Okay. I'll show you. Oh, come on, thing. You see what's on the mammoth head is these people. They're kneeling on the mammoth head with his head pressed into the head of the mammoth. He's worshiping the mammoth. They're mammoth worshipers. You see, that's also, you see the skull, the teeth, and the skull eye. Yeah. And there's actually another guy standing behind him. But this is, a man and a woman right next to him, and they're worshiping the mammoth. It's outrageous. They're up there on the mammoth temples. These are some real neat stuff up here. They're up there. They're terraced. You see, there's flat across there. It was designed flat across. Why is it so flat across there? Because it's man-made. It's engineered. This is almost a wall here. Looks like some type of little culvert or something thing there. Maybe it's another tomb though. Right here under this tree, I thought I was seeing something. But these things are all carved up, and there's figures all over them. Okay, next picture. Let's see. This is mammoths again. You see this elephant trunk? This face in here. And there's all kinds of stuff in there. It's hard to see some of them. Some of these. Well, that was a. See, those are. It's actually all carved, and there's figures in there, and there's this guy here, and there's somebody with red in him. There's a couple people there. That's why he says with marvel gaze. Because you look at it, and all you see is a rock. You stare at it, you're going to see more than rocks. This is in there, the town. Those people worshiping are up on the side up here. This is where there's windows up there. I'll zoom here, zoom down, move it up there, move it up there. Look at him. Where'd it go? Oh, I zoomed in too much. Can't see where I'm at. Oh, here they are. Right here. See, there's a guy. There's a window here. And there's a guy in this window. His arm's hanging out here. And then this real neat is this is a pile of people in the crack. Look at him in there. See, he's laying sideways. There's his head and his arm coming down, his elbow. And he's got a little person on there, and there's another person up there. There's a face right there looking up. And there are a lot of rocks that are heads just laying around out in the forest. It's amazing. Oh. Now, not all these. I got to do a slideshow with things so I know what I had originally seen. But you can see there's a big face here. There's lips. There's an eye, and a nose. This is a big head. It's a big head right there. Yeah, but he'll be made up of other figures and stuff. Elephants. Yeah, I got some elephants. This is where I see that you can see the elephants clearly. Oh yeah. I promise. One thing that helped me find all this stuff too. Those are the mammoth temples. I of course photoshopped a couple of elephants on there. But yeah. So one thing that helped me is about the same time I learned about the treasure. I also discovered this guy Paul Santisi, who It teaches you positive thinking and all that to obtain your goals and stuff. And I carry my Paul Santisi energy coin with me when I go hunting. This thing here, it's pretty. It's got the sacred geometry and stuff. But yeah, it's a big coin. And this is the toroidal field on the other side. It's nice big coin. The edge is, get that, whatever, traction edge. But yeah, I bring my Paul Santisi energy coin with me when I go treasure hunting. I use it, and I use his meditations to help me, to guide me to the treasure. Make myself a treasure magnet. I am a treasure magnet. So, yeah, look at those mammoths down there. Those elephants. So, there's more elephant stuff. These are really other people's. There's a temple thing you see, and you see the thing up at the top of the temple. There's, look at that guy. That's not a god in a throne. Forrest Fenn wouldn't give a shit about something like this, would he? No. His poem was designed to get you to find these ruins. That's what it was all about. Was finding the ruins. I've shown several of them already. Those drawings. And if you join Forrest Fenn Fanatics, they're in there. So, yeah, I've shown them in my videos. Oh, the negative images. Oh, and you see this other guy over here? Look at him sitting over here. And there's other guy here. And there's people down here. You see those must be tusks. And I think some of them could be, some of the tusk shapes that I've seen might actually have tusks inside them. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. He told me, so you found the right, but only there's 40 of them, right? He knows it. Forrest Fenn knows that the symbols are everywhere, and there are people that think you're going to find it with no symbols. He can't hear me. Yeah, he can't hear me. What? No, he sees my pictures. I send my pictures, and he knows, and he knows who I am and stuff. But he doesn't write back because he can't give me any help. I like these two figures down here. See, they're like standing in this dark way, and these people they use the shadows to help their art and stuff. They done that down in Chichen Itza, in the shadow. It looks like a serpent coming down and stuff when the shadow hits it right. Forrest Fenn did. No, I went to the book signing and Forrest Fenn tapped on my shoulder from behind. Yeah. Yeah, he knows who I am. He says I'm funny. And if you don't think I'm funny, I might have to put you in an elephant's butt just to make something funny. Okay, so yeah, you see all the. I can zoom in more on this, and there's even more to see. You see, there's figures up here. Even they're laying down, and they're all laying down, looking up at the stars, like his lumberjack looking up at the stars. Yeah. I call Forrest Fenn Dad. I don't have my dad the same year, 2 years, year and a half younger than him, and was a Navy airman, and Forrest can be my replacement dad. Yeah, I don't care what people think. Yeah. So yeah, there's that big dude there, man, and he's got that square box on his chest. They have that thing going on. I've seen some archaeology show, and that stuff was happening down there too. You see these omegas, U's or omegas. Somebody calling me a moron. I went to two. I brought this to two university professors, and they loved it. They were just they can't wait to go and explore it themselves. This is a major archaeological find, and you people calling me morons are um well, I just say double blazes to you. I'll say that because I can be really nasty. I can be really nasty to you, you know, you little trolls. Little trolls still in diapers when my kid was in Afghanistan. See, here's someone in a tomb here. You see the head, and he's laying there. Here's his legs coming out, and his arm. He's laying there in this tomb. There's somebody right over him, the Grim Reaper. I'm sure he's there too. But you can see this is all carved up. This is all carved figures. You see faces in there, and it's just amazing all the stuff that's there. And the little weenie trolls, man. Oh, you know, you want to take them to the zoo and stick them in an elephant's ass and use them for a paintbrush. You know what? We're gonna fix Mr. Troll. Beep. There you go. Bye bye, Mikey. Yeah. Yeah, little troll like that, get on my case here, whatever. Boom, we got rid of him, didn't we? Okay, back to this. What screen was I on? Oh. So yeah, I got some art things done with some of the pictures of the stuff. That was, did you see it? There's too far to walk. See the legs? Okay, I'm off in the wrong folder now. So, anybody, let's see, let's get back here and see if there's any legitimate questions. There's one big omega might be about 1 mile from there. There are hundreds of omegas. Let me turn the camera around here. Because look at that time tunnel. Woo. Where does it end? Okay. Yeah, Mike M had to go. Okay, yeah. people just want to piss you off, and you just want to take them and dip them in a sewage tank and stir it. We don't know. 11 watching. Well, I went up and searched. What was it? Wednesday or so, and it was okay. Search. I did more around a flat area where I didn't have to climb. I'm to the point where I'm thinking it's very, very close to where he parked. Because anything else, you get there and you're like, oh, I'm not even 60 yet, and I'm running out of breath. So Forrest Fenn and his balance isn't all that good. He doesn't use a cane, but I'm sure he'd need one to navigate uneven ground out in the forest. He'd need a walking stick. And so, yeah, I don't think he went very far. And I've got my search area narrowed down. And part of that, it's frozen creek. And everything within 10, 15 feet of the creek is frozen. You can't get there. I'm looking at the computer again. Is anybody... I had digital arts at University of Oregon. I'm a duck. So, yeah, I can quack. I've got a quacking permit. The school mascot was Donald Duck. But, yeah, I took geology and astronomy. Astronomy is under physics and stuff. And I took solar energy, and I was taking art classes in digital arts, and I have an IT degree, networking, but I don't really use that. It's hard for me to do much work because my nerves and stuff. I go do slight bit of work and I start sweating and stuff. It's not good. It's because my lupus and stuff, so it's my nerves just don't. I get nervous when I go new places and can't have. It was a lot of new customers every day, doing that tech work. Let's see. Do you think you possibly right next to that forest is camouflage? Yeah, I think I've been pretty. I've been within that 200 feet. I'm pretty sure I've been within the 200. And there's some spots that I couldn't even get to because there was so much snow when I went up there last week. Yeah. I was almost ready after that little episode with Mike M. Whoever he is, if he's in my group, he's going to be out of there. David Dow. I think my cousin is David Dowd, D-O-W-D. He's in Pennsylvania. I don't know him too much. Yep. So, any other good questions? Which college in Corvallis? Oh, no. I went to University of Oregon, Eugene. Oregon Ducks. They stomp the Cougars or Oregon. What are they? I got a deck of cards for it. Yeah, my memory's a little lost sometimes. I know what I'm thinking. The words just not available. They're ducks and beavers. That's what they are. Yeah. Corvallis, it's the beavers. It's Oregon State. It's like here, I went. The professors I took it to were Adams University in Alamosa, and they were very. He was, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that. Oh, neat, neat, neat. Yeah. Oh, I like that. you know, and he knows the area, but he didn't know that stuff was there. He's one of them people drive by, archaeologists drive by every day and didn't never seen it. I come along. Oh, the mammoth temples and the elephant tombs and were there mammoth temples and Clovis tombs. Let's see, slide. Be in here. Oh. Yeah, I'm still looking for those. Where's the pictures? I mean, it's like I've shown pictures dozens of times of this stuff, and 3 minutes later they forgot about the first picture. Yeah, so let's see. Oh, and here I'll show you that. Yeah, open with. Boom. Okay. So you see, that's up there. You got to point it out. Highlighted there, but it's up there on the rock. I zoom in with the computer. Ooh. Right there is Finn, and the fish up here. It's the same as this. This is just the same. I turned the color, the saturation up to bring colors out, and I turned the dark down to make the black blacker and the colored stuff more colored. And you get the fish eye and the two fish hooks, the fish and the fin. Yeah, it's not a Hollywood sign. It's his blaze. So the blaze is a sign. If everybody's looking for the blaze, but nobody's looking for the signs. Yeah. So you see, it's right up there. You see this face over here too? Look at him. See, boy, that's cool. You see his nose and his eyes. And there's another face on the rock there. The woman. There's E.T. Right there's E.T. Phone home. Down again on that. Oh, this face over here, yeah. Yeah, there's all kinds of, this stuff is covered with it. It's Clovis people, the mammoth people. They were mammoth huggers. So that's the fourth fan. This blaze. That's better blaze than anybody else has come up with. There, see, took that off of there. And there's the mammoth worshippers. Just over a little further off the. See all that carving, and there's all kinds of stuff in there. It's very eroded. see all this stuff carved in here, the head, the hat, and there's figures on the wall. It's kind of like going to whatchamacallit, India, or not India, the Indonesia, and their old temples. There's some freaky looking long necks and weird fan of people there. See, there's hieroglyphs in here. There's a skull drawn there, and there's figures drawn. There's the big mammoth. It's a mammoth head. You see his eye, everything. Oh, we've been here. Where you seen these? That's a cool one. That's a head. That's just a rock laying there, but it says, see the eyes and the nose? That was the head from somewhere. Yeah. They can make him look 10 years younger, you know. There's a bunch of fig people in there carved in there. It's neat, you know. But it'd take a computer and everything to. And you see the skull here. It's cool. It's very neat. And see these figures all along here. There's a party going on, man. That was a neat rock. There's a lot, but you can't see much on this. There's a head in the creek. That's all carved. Or it's not really carved. It's kind of a stucco stuff and kind of molded sculpture. See, these are teeth going around something here. It could be Clovis points. I don't know. This is like you know, 10,000 BC. Come on, it is. It's further back than that. Look at his face here. Isn't that neat? How that face come out? Yeah, yeah. It's just. Uh, There's all kinds. It's amazing art. They were eating them mushrooms when they did this stuff, you know. Oh, you see anything funny there? And this is what I say. This is why you don't go searching right now, because this is what the creek looks like right now. It's just frozen over. You see, he looks like a soldier in there with a green beret hat, and he's got sunglasses, and he's got these. They do. There's a 3-finger thing or some 3-finger symbol I see a lot. Just frogs and a brave in the wood. Okay. Smiley. He was a stoner. That's all carved. And you see what it is? It's a mammoth head. There's an eye. That's the eye. This is the head of the mammoth, his trunk coming down. And this is another mammoth head here. See? Uh, and there's stuff carved in here. It's very cool stuff. Here you can see there's two people laying there. Look at their heads, and they're hugging each other, making love up on the side of the cliff. I don't know. But there's other figures over here along there. This is the blaze again. Here's the kid, the one that's holding the fishing pole. You just would put the fishing pole in his hand, and where does the line come down? You know, see him standing. There's his hair and his face, and that's on the blaze. That's the oh double middle fingers blaze. It's one you turn over, and it's a this is a one of the second blaze. There's been several blazes, and there's this is like Lay's potato chips. You don't get just one blaze. Yeah. Oh, this is a blaze. Well, that's a minor blaze. You haven't found the main. So you keep finding more blazes. You find hundreds of omegas, and these are double blazes. And you see the little guy sitting in here, and there's his nose. I've got my finger on, and he's looking into this. It's like a fire hearth. But when you turn this picture upside down, it's the cow udders and cats. See the cats and cow udders when you turn it upside down. So boom. That's the blaze right up here. That's the blaze. And this is from my drone. You're not going to find, so anything you look at is not going to show you anything. You can't find this by looking on the internet. And you see this right here? You see the eye? And right here, the elephant trunk coming down? That's a big elephant head. And look at his tusks. Oh, yeah. That's something I got to go check out. That's a big old mammoth. Man. Phew. He's huge. Look at how huge he is. That's the elephant, yeah. Yeah, there are some people that said, these guys said, man, I won't believe the world's biggest penis over there on this one hill over here. And I said, and then I realized, oh, it's probably a mammoth trunk. But there have been some of the art is the nasties. Yeah, that's a big old mammoth. You see the head of the guy standing, another guy here. Yeah. That's that other blaze. There's the guy sitting there looking in at the fire. It's just a panoramic picture up close. um, you see what this is a head. That's the big old head. That's an old knack, maybe. I don't know. But you see his shoulders here and his chest here. He's got two horseshoes on his chest. He's got two omegas on his chest practically. But are they omegas or are they hooked elephant trunks? You know, the things are all mixed in. His arm can be an elephant head, no. But yeah, this is a big, see his nose, his eyes. This is a big head. He's one of the big gods. His feet go all the way down to the bottom of the valley. And look, you see there's a little head over here. Oh, you got to go get that one, right? Because that one's big enough to carry away. It's like, you see who that is? That's anonymous. Is that anonymous? Right there? His tongue's sticking out. Another guy laying there. See, this is all covered with. Look at, see, there's people laying sideways. See this head here? And the mouth and the eyes and the hair. You know, put my fingers over the face. And doop, there. Okay. So, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff up here. You see, there's a head laying there looking up. It's a place of the dead. Oh, this is a whole. See the legs here. This is a body, the shoulder, and the head laying here. It's a person. That's their tomb. That's where they're at the top of the mountain, close to heaven, and this is where they bring their dead. It's nice and quiet in here right now, but I'm gonna turn on my heater and make noise. And that's sitting on top of that head. So you see, it's very, very complex art. Now there's a bear. You see the bear? See the nose, the eyes, and he's yep. That's the bear. He's right by where I was camped. You see here? You know what that is? That's a blaze. Yes, it's another blaze. And he's like, you see, there's the guy with the backpack here, and he's walking away waving. And there was this thing here, down here, way down here at the bottom. That thing, that looks like the treasure, and it wasn't. It's another. I found several decoys. See there? That just looks like the treasure sitting there. But it was a decoy. I went there and it wasn't there. It was just a stick going across there somehow that did that. I don't know. I was there. Yeah, it's that art. That was in the creek. Now, look at this. This is sculpted head. Look at the ear and the eye and all that laying in the creek with a number 1 right there. And this guy with the crown. Yeah. Boom. Like, this got to be one of the clues. This is the Sangre de Cristos mountain range. He goes, woo. And this was a whole bunch of pictures from my Sony camera. And I stitched them together. So it should be. Oh, I thought I had better than that. Oh, this isn't. But yeah, you see the whole Sangre de Cristo range here. This I took somewhere near Monte Vista. Oh, that's it. Okay. So that's the Sangre de Cristos. Oh, is that the full one? Yeah. You see how better quality it is. Okay, I'm going to use my finger. Okay, we got all the way over. Now we're going to pan all the way across to the Sangre de Cristos here. This is one photograph I took. Yeah. See, I'm good at photography. That helped me find all his art. How's that for a picture? Yeah. Oh, another big one. Yeah. And you see, that's one of the temple area. You know, it's one of the side of the hills, cliffs, canyon. Oh, something's going slow. So let's see. It's not telling me anything here. There. Oh, did I just switch back and forth? Boom. I forgot to do what I was going to do. That's just froze up. Dang it. So, let's see. Maybe I can get something else to work on this computer. There. Already. Treasure where he put the chest. Yeah, there's these ruins all over where he put it, and it's pretty much treasure. It's finding the oldest ruins on the planet. Tops finding King Tut. Tops finding Machu Picchu. These are thousands of years older than Machu Picchu. These are thousands of years older than Göbekli Tepe. Yes, they are riches old. But there's another riches old that is the clue, meant to be the clue in the poem, and it has to do with the hundreds of dead Frenchmen in Vietnam. So because everybody's singing Spaniards, Spaniards, Indians and Spaniards, Indians and Spaniards. No? Think French and Indians. In fact, my ancestors were famous from the French and Indian War. Spencer Tracy played my fifth great granduncle, Robert Rogers. And my fifth great grandfathers were Colonel James Rogers and Ethan Allen, who conspired to make Vermont independent of Britain and the U.S. That's why it wasn't the 14th state. And I gotta let the dog in to make sure when it's freezing cold outside, make sure he comes in. Come on, Jack. He about run me over. There we go. Yeah. And this peace pipe, my ancestors, Robert Rogers, he went and took an expedition. The movie Northwest Passage is about it. Spencer Tracy. And what happened is the Abenaki Indians came down from Canada, and they were kidnapping English settlers and killing them, taking their scalps and whatever. And the English got tired of them coming down and kidnapping the colonists, and so Robert Rogers took a couple of 250 guys in canoes, paddled 80 miles up Lake Champlain, and then walked another 120 miles to the St. Francis, and in the morning they went and they were having a wedding party or something in the town, in the village, and so they waited until all got quiet and they were all asleep, and then they raided the village, and they found 600 English scalps on their poles outside their huts, and he claimed he killed 200 of them, but he ended, I think 80 of his 250 some guys survived, made it back. French caught some of them and they were playing ball with their heads and kicking their heads around. One guy, he had some 3 Abenaki heads in a duffel bag and was eating their brains just to survive, because they had no food, and they barely made it back. They made it back on, starving, and made it back. It was another 200-mile journey on foot and raft to back to the fort. But yeah, my ancestors, Army Rangers, are named for Rogers Rangers and my ancestors. So yeah, they still follow his tactics. So, and he petitioned the king in 1765 for an expedition up the Missouri River to the Shining Mountains. From there, it's a 20-mile carry to the Oregon River that leads to the Pacific Ocean. And those are the instructions that Lewis and Clark brought with them on their expedition. And Robert Rogers also, this peace pipe, I got it from an Abenaki Indian trading post. The same people who my ancestors supposedly wiped out hundreds of them. And so I've made peace with. I traded a copy of his book that I republished and $100 for this pipe, and I've added several ornaments to it. But so that comes from there, and also Robert Rogers and my fifth great grandpa James Rogers. They both went and took all the forts away from the French when England captured Canada from the French, and it was my ancestors that took possession of all the forts, and he became the governor of Mackinac, and he smoked a peace pipe with Pontiac. My ancestors smoked a peace pipe with Pontiac, and so this is kind of a special thing to me. Does the pipe get used? Oh. Does the pipe get used? It's a sacred pipe. It's very nice. So this is Colorado, and everything I've done here was completely legal. He's got arrowheads on here and some bones. I got to get some other bones, some deer bones and stuff. This arrowhead here, I made this one. These feathers from my parrot. This is a alligator claw right here. That's an alligator claw. And yeah, the black feather. This black feather's neat. I like it. So I think that's a raven. I don't know. So we got a crystal on here. Oh, what else? We got this arrowhead. Boop. Is it showing? Yeah. Got that arrowhead. The medicine bag with togo feathers stuck in the bottom of it. There's arrowhead on the cord. I made this cord and just braided it. Here's a crystal arrowhead. It's just a cheapie. It probably cost a whole lot for a nice one. We got this one. This was a nice arrowhead. This is one of the nicer. It's one somebody made, but you know, they did a real nice job on that. That's a pretty one. Yep. Then I got a. You can see in there's a stainless steel tube that goes all the way through and meets up with the glass in the corner there. That's my peace pipe. It's a nice pipe. Better get that up. So now we're gonna hang it back up. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I've had that pipe. I got that in 2005. All right, Jason. It's Colorado. You just go down to the store and buy this stuff here. So what else? I guess that kind of wraps up my video for today, huh? I'll be able to get all sidetracked now. I don't know what we got. There's this one thing. Oh, where'd it go? Come on. I had it open. Boom. Boom. Now I'll show you. This is, I don't know if I showed you the forest fan fly fishing. There he is, fly fishing. See, this was a rock. and what it was is there's a guy on top of it. It was just, there was a stick, but it was real hard to trim that out of the picture. But it was easy to trace out the rock. And inside the rock was come on. His fishing line was coming down, and there was a hook on it, and there was a fake treasure and a fish here. And so I figure I call it forest fan fly fishing. He's flying and fishing. So, you been there? Been fly fishing? Oh, okay. Yeah. Doop. I thought I flipped it around. I pushed the button to turn the thing around, and it doesn't turn around. So, yeah, I got these cool cards made for because maybe I'll go do some college lectures on the place. I got to put together a good slideshow, but I got these cards made with the mammoth on them. It's one of the rock formations. I'm trying to get it so the light doesn't. But yeah, I got these, and they're silky cards. They're real nice. And then on the back it has the Clovis man. This is a mammoth head. You see the dark eye of the mammoth, and the trunk coming down. And here's a Clovis man who's there. No, I can't see. Yeah, he's there with his arms crossed in front of him, and he's worshiping the mammoth. I don't know if I can find that picture fast enough. No. I got so many pictures, and there's it's so immense that it's hard to find what you're looking for when you want to, because I have thousands and thousands of pictures. And yeah, where's that one? Here's the one. Here we go. This is what you guys have been looking for. Those grow up there. That's why they made all these Clovis things, you know? And that picture has a little imagination added to it, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. So I was looking for the one. Here's that one you guys were talking about right there. Yeah. Here's Joseph. Okay. Where are we? I'm looking for the Clovis Man. I know where to find Clovis Man fast. So go to my, if you go to Facebook, I have a Clovis Man page. Oh. Where'd he go? Oh, come on. Okay, we'll find it this way then. There. So we find Clovis Man. He's right here. You see, that's him. That's what I got. He's on the back of my card. And he's there. He's got his arms crossed. I mean, I got a photograph of a guy 14,000 years old. Yeah, that's what that is right there. That guy is 14,000 years old. And somehow I was able to take a picture of a rock. I put it through the art program. I put it through this program, and it recognized the shapes and colors it in, you know? And that's what it said was there, is this Clovis Man. But he's part of this bigger. Is he on that one? No. But see, and this is another thing I got. And here's another mammoth head, the eye, and then it's this neat little lake scene and stuff. And these are things that the art program will pull out of pictures. There's a couple omegas. This is a bird sitting in the crescent. You see, and there's three omegas there. That one I told it to turn the picture into a nebula. But, oh yeah, it's right back. Okay. So yeah, this is my Clovis Man page. I get this is where I put the art stuff that I make from what I find. Look at this guy. He's neat. You see his head there. Oh, poof, boom. There's look at that. There's somebody else back here. See that person in there and a hand coming over, and see, he got a dead person in his lap here or something, and laying across in front of him. I don't know. There's these two guys over here. They look like aliens. Somebody else in there. There's a bird beak right there. You know, it's like a totem pole. There's one head stacked on top of another. That was the mammoth. You see that? And it's a face too. See, eye, nose, mouth. It's a face. One with the fishing pole. This guy in the mask. Where is he? Where is he? That's him. Yeah, he's in there. This is sculpted. These are figures up in here. See, there's a guy, his head and his hat. He's got another person in front of him. This person's body comes over that way. It's amazing stuff. Here's the whole everything, but he's missing his head. This is the back. This is like somebody's robe, you know. There's some omegas, and look at the spiral, the omega. There's my mammoth. I did a thing that put stars on him. One I did my business card with. And look at this stuff. Is wild. It's like, what is it? There's somebody in here. See her in there? It's a woman with her arms crossed. Oh, yeah, this one here. This one's real cool. Their bodies laying around. See, these are bodies laying around. See the body? There's the head there. You know? See the arms, the two arms, the head there, and the person there, and they're just laying there. It's like a bunch of dead campers. But that's what's up there. It's how they make their tombs. They lay around looking up at the stars. This is a neat one. This is, I think, in a picture a woman is holding in a tomb. My stars, name of my stars. My stars are called Aries. See the face here in the black, you know, and there's a white face here and there's a black face here, you know. Their art is something that your mind is unable to see. And see, there's like a Kachina thing up here with the three stripes, like the New Mexico three stripes on the moon thing. Look at this guy. Oh, he's cool. Oh yeah, look at him. See his head here? He's got like Chinese. He's like Fu Chen. Yeah, I'm full-time RV. Yeah. I'm on 5 acres though. And this is a head here too. I don't care. There's stuff in, you know. It's very cool. Yeah, look at him. Look how clear he is. So the Chinese, they came across the land bridge. Oh. And you see these figures. Look, see the heads up here? Oh, there's my original of that. Okay, I was just touching it and it went on. But you see, there's 1, 2, 3 people there. Don't tell me there aren't. Those aren't just rocks. It's art. It's intentionally put there. And there's there's other people over here, see? There's more over here. 2, 3 people. There's 3 more down here. There's another person down here. And here's the the Clovis man. This is another image of it. So yeah, this one isn't the clear one where you can see him good. Oh yeah, it is. There's his face. There's his beanie. There's his arms. This is the mammoth head. That's the eye. The trunk going down. This is a bear and a crystal. There's the Clovis man. There's the Clovis man art. See, he's kneeling and worshiping that mammoth. This is what I got on the back of my business card. And he's even got a fashionable. He's not wearing a loincloth. He's got shorts on. He's wearing shorts. And it looks like maybe a bandana or a beanie cap. I don't know. That's what I got on my card. That's the original before the art program touched it. You see what that thing does? It goes from, it took it from that to that. That's how you. And so I take a picture, it looks like that, and I put it through the art. I put it through a Dream Generator, and it takes that. Let's get it focused more. There, and turns it into that. And that's what is in that drawing, what is in that picture. The art program actually did a very good job of showing me details that I couldn't see too well. His face, it is there, you know. So, oh, we went back the wrong way. We were going this way. The Clovis man. The Clovis man. That's dang clear. Looks like, is that an elephant trunk coming up and whipping him in the face? Because his arm is back behind there, you know, and there's something coming up onto this thing. I don't know what that is. Yeah. It's maybe like Avatar, and he's connected to the elephant. His elephant trunk sucked onto his eyeball. I don't know. What's it? He's got some fanny bag or something. Yeah, that's Clovis. I call him Clovis Man. He has his own Facebook page. The bear. That's another rendition of the same Clovis Man art. And see, it shows water at the bottom. This is a mammoth head. You can see the eye and the ear, the head. That's the mammoth coming down. They're intentional. There's so many of them. There's hundreds of them. This is some art. You see somebody in here, the head. He's got a long thing coming up out of him, too. Those are the bodies. Yeah, we seen these, didn't we? Yeah. Okay. Oh, did I hit that thing twice? There. So, yeah, that's probably a long enough video. But I do have more Forrest Fenn stuff. Jeez. If I go to that file, over here, I'm I'm looking around my phone to see the computer. Then the mouse locks up. Yeah, I don't know if I got much more in there. I showed you the gypsies, the Biddy's boy, the other stuff, the ZPU, the airplanes, the double blazes, the cats and the cow udder, and I didn't show you the helicopters, but I've shown them before. And the thing is, you don't know which of these, all of these spots are targets. You know, any one of them can be the right one, but there's so many, so much that I'm like I might as well explore the ruins, and I might find it while I'm doing that. While I'm exploring the ruins, I might find that treasure. So I'm still looking. All right. Why are things so hard to find then? So I got so many, and I'm trying to find a certain one. It's just a pain in the butt. Yeah, this was real cool. Now, look at this. See a face here. Another face here. Another face here. Another face here. It's just continuous. And there's other things on top of them. These people were eating the fruit of the tree of life. The mushrooms. They were eating them red mushrooms. Look at this guy. Woo! Look, see him? See him in there? The guy up there? This guy here? Yeah, that guy's made of gold. See, even this. You see right here? See this head laying here? There's... Oh. Because these ruins, they've collapsed, and there are heads laying around. There are some laying in the creek. I found an elephant in the creek. See, there's somebody in there. As I have gone alone in there. And there she's going alone in there. Isn't she? These guys watching over here. See them? There's that figure here. Red ochre guy over here, too. She got red ochre on her head. Wonder why. Another decoy. I must have seen something in the picture that was a decoy. They're decoy treasures. You get a picture of it, you don't know until you get there if it's real or not. Yeah. This is a guy with an arm up. Oh, that's a cat. Eye, his mouth, his ears. It's a cat named Blaze. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of stuff that's really part of the poem and stuff, and a lot of stuff that's on the fringes. Look at this big old head. See, there's an eye, and a nose, and oh, we've been here. Boom, close that. So, yeah, see, this was an Indiana Jones rock, like this. That's out of this. Here's the elephant oh, in the creek. Right there. And this thing here. Look at him. He's pretty into a big nose, you know. These are ancient ruins. This is stuff that you are some of the first people in the world to see it. You know, with the eagle and the eagle, the bird and the crescent again. You know, it's the eagle sitting in the crescent. There's the other eagle, and here's the crescent right here under him. So you know, it's, that's that other head again. See, he's up here. But there's other ones down there. You see them standing around down there? What you guys doing down there? You know what I mean? Up here. Yeah, it's just weird, weird, weird. I call it Wonderland. And you see this nose here. There's a face there, right? And there's another one back there. See the one back there? Yeah. So and he's got a big old beard. Are those a beard or are those other people standing in front of him? You know what I mean? You gotta. It's very very bizarre. Bizarre. There's the elephant in the creek, the mammoth in the creek. And this is where Indiana Jones was. You see him right there? You see Indy? There's Indiana Jones. And that's when I seen the Indiana Jones. I go, whoa, hey, that's cool. You know? He's just laying there in the scree pile. There he is. He's holding the sword up straight up in front of him, yeah, splitting his hat with it. Yeah, I want to go get that rock. I gotta get that one. That's my trophy. Yeah, this is see Forrest Fenn here. He's got his hat and his glasses, and he's holding up the tombstone. Here he is behind over here, whatever. And that's just sculpted in that elephant rock. Yeah, he is hard to see, but he's holding the tombstone. Yeah, it's the Indiana Jones rock. There's several faces in one. Now, this eagle thing that was in the circle, if you take this from the marble drawing, the white overlay, it's from the marbles drawing, and the arm, kids, guys, and here's got the arms, hands clasp, and it fit right over this rock sculpture, and his clasped hands were right on the eagle. I've enlarged him over here. See, the hands are right on that eagle nest. There's another eagle. There's boom, boom. Yeah, it all fits right. You know that drawing just fit perfectly in there. Even the slope with his arm coming down fits that crack. You know. And the shapes, even, you know, these shapes fit. And that's like it was like traced over my picture. But it isn't. It's taken from out of his book. And those are the white overlay is from his drawing, negative to white, and put over the top. And the Indiana Jones rock was right down here too. So okay, how long is my video? This is a long one. Anybody wants to know this knowledge, you got to watch all the way through. This is really cool rock here. I use my toothpick. You see the figure in here. He's standing there. Oh, and there's one. Where is he? He's reaching. Oh, yeah. That's him. See, here's the head. Here's his back. Here's his arm reaching down into the mouth of this giant monster. This is a mouth of this monster. And this guy's reaching in there. Here's another guy here, but I don't see his head. Maybe his head already got eaten. I don't know. But this is a big monster rock, and I camp right here. But that's neat. You know, you see his leg coming down, even his legs and everything. Here's his back, and his arm reaching down, and there's his head. Boom. You know, so it's some real neat stuff. Magpie. Indiana Jones rock. Oh, look, there's a face there too. Okay. This rock here, there's a eagle here. This is like you see his feet, and there's his head. There's his head right there. His beak pointing out this way. Let's see. I got this is the top outline of his beak and his head. This is his head. This is, you know, the bird, his head, his body, and there's his feet. But yeah, I climbed up there too. Okay. That's his feet there again. Stuff carved in there. There's figures, elephants. No unicorn. Okay, yeah. There's. This is Enki. He's sitting there. And he's on his throne. His legs coming down, and he's got these nuns or whatever standing in front of him. See, that's Enki sitting there. Dun, 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 dun. Looks like a bunch of people all dogpiled. It is. Mm-mm-mm. See, there's those faces earlier. This is a cool one. because it's this is obviously this is a T-Rex head. This is a T-Rex head, and these are his arms and claws, his hands and stuff, and he's holding this tree. He's getting his Christmas tree. That's the T-Rex head, and this are his claws grabbing that tree. And look at that eye on him. Now, if that anatomy checks out with a T-Rex, then these people lived with T-Rexes. That's a monster find. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, because as I call it, that's T-Rex. That's a T-Rex Christmas. Those are, look at his hands. He's grabbing up that tree. And you know, if you put a tree there, I mean, if they did, the tree might that they planted 14,000 years ago died, but others would grow in its place. There's some neat stuff too. You see, there's all these circles and omegas and stuff, and you see there's figures in there. There's people in there, people figures, and this is a head figure. And there's stuff going on there. It's like they landscape nature. Couple of Stone Age guys, or man and a woman, more likely. There's the thing. These are elephants that were mammoths that were in the creek. There's another mammoth. See, this one's the cool one, the granite. And here's another mammoth. That's one of my treasure areas. And this here, it was like I got this picture, right? And it's, there were like words. You see, these are like letters in here. And it was like some of the words. If you see it, IFU YOU, you know, I was seeing the saying on the tombstone. I was seeing words from it were showing up there. Oh, there's the mammoth in the creek. He's frozen over right now. This is some sculpture in the rock that was in the creek. It's just a rock with shadows on it, but it looks like a panda or mouse shadows. It's something like some Disney shadow scene. Back to them. Okay. All right. Well, it's probably late now. He knows all the stuff I found, and no way, all the stuff I found, no way he done it. It was something he had found, and it's like all his stories are depicted, you know. There's the father-son scene and all that. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video now, I guess. Only way I know to do it is hit the hit the live button. Does that do it? Live. Hit X. Boom. Does that do it? Yes. Okay. Bye bye.